says we're live, but over here it says live streaming not available. There it is. Okay. We're streaming. Okay. Alright. Let me turn on this other light over here. And we want to put this over here. God, this place. And get the cameras ready. Let's see here. And we want to do this, crop and zoom. And we're done there. And let's go to auto director. Turn that one on. And we'll go back. All right. We're set for now. All right. The reason I'm doing this is that I know that I can make this airplane fly without a problem. Now I got the Continental, I got different propellers on it and all, and I know what I got to do to this airplane. We're going to put the tube muffler back on it. That's the first thing that's going to get done tonight. Then I'm going to sand on the rudder to get it straightened out. And I'll probably sand on some of this here to get it rubbed out, because I got oil everywhere here. Got a boogie there. When I go out to fly this weekend, I want to put in some patterns. I don't want to be monkeying around, so if I can't make the Continental fly in a couple of flights, at least I'll have this with me. I know I can make it fly, and if I can't get either one going, I'll go back to the Tucker, because I don't have a whole lot of time to play around. So the first thing is get this tube muffler back on it, because we are getting close. Of course, every year I've gone to the Nats here lately, I haven't had but about 12 flights. I think I had less than that last year. But I'd like to do better this year. Let's see here. Really don't start flying worth a darn until the end of the year. End of the season. But I know this motor runs so much better with the tube muffler on it than this tongue muffler. Of course, and the way it sits here right now, it's 54 1/4, so we're going to put the tongue muffler on, and we're going to weigh 55 ounces, but that's the way it goes. This airplane is so much more fun to fly than a piped airplane because of the weight in the nose. I'll probably end up flying this at the Nats, even though it's not, doesn't look as good as the other one. But gotta fly the best flying airplane I can put together. I'll bring both these to Brodax. Why that looks so scaly there. I might have to repaint that. Let's see, somebody said something. Can't see it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great. It's always nice when you build something and it flies perfect right off the board. I still might have to add tail weight to this. I hate to think, but because it flew its best at 57 ounces. And we're 2 ounces lighter. It flew perfect at 57. So I wanted to work on the rudder too. I have to remember this is the airplane that I crashed when I first brought it out. It didn't have the handle adjusted right, the balance was wrong, so on and so forth. So I need to sand on this rudder again and get another coat of white paint on it this weekend. So we'll do that real quick, get that sanded out. Is this 180 or 320? 320, good. But the paint's been drying long enough now, it should powder off real nice. I'm hoping we have some good weather this weekend. Here again, this is the magic of dope. It's very forgiving. I airbrush on another coat of white, you'll never know what happened here. I could have just left this top off and just sanded it, but I kind of like the shape of this rudder, so. I think it's been 2 weeks since I did this. Or thereabouts. I'm going to be putting a bandwidth linked in stunt hanger, so you can go on there and send me $1 or $2, whatever you can afford for bandwidth at the Nats, and Brodax, because I'm going to live stream Brodax too if I can. I didn't live stream it the last time because they didn't have a hotspot. I was trying to use John's Wi-Fi. But now that I have a hotspot, we should be able to stream Brodax too. I think that's probably good enough. Probably good enough. But we ain't done sanding. We're going to sand on that wing some. See if I can get her down, get the weight down some more. Sand some more paint off of it. Okay, I wanted to pick that booger off. I got a big booger of epoxy on the flap here. I want to get that off. If I can. Let's see, we'll do it from this side. Plus I got that there that needs some white on it. I think, like I say, this is not my best looking airplane, but it's the best flying airplane. And I gotta go with the flying airplane and not the looking airplane. I mean, this is no slouch, but it's probably a point or two behind the other one. Come on. Yeah, got it. I just took off that piece of epoxy right there. It stuck to the flap when I glued the flaps on. If things like that happen, don't panic. It'll be fine. Oh, I just put a little dimple right there. But we can get that out, no problem. Tighten up the covering just like Monaco. John says he don't like to do that, but I don't mind doing it. For some reason, this looks scaly. All that retarder in the paint, I guess. I won't worry about that until I get over to John's and I start working on the paint. But what we can do is start rubbing out the top. Been looking at the percentages of likes to dislikes. You know, if you dislike this channel, don't come here. I don't care. Eddie. You didn't see the episode where you decided the paint scheme. Did you go with white? Yes. I have orange. I went with this to keep it lighter. I lost 2 ounces on this paint scheme from when it was orange. Now, that's still debatable whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's only 54, it's probably 55 now with this muffler on it, and it was 57. But why put on extra paint if I don't have to? Because it looks fine. I can make this airplane fly a lot quicker than I can the other one, because we already got it propped, and the line links are right, and I tried it with the tongue muffler on it just to lighten it up some, but it doesn't need lightening up. It doesn't run as good either, so went back to the tube muffler. Found that out from the last flying session. I do think that my fuel is a problem. This hasn't been rubbed out like the other one was. And I worked on it some, but because this was pretty fresh paint, I didn't really work on it all the way. So what have I got to do now? I got that ready for paint. Cleaned up. I guess this will be a short video tonight. But I always want to let you guys know what I'm doing. I don't want to do anything till I get that painted. Need to paint that, paint the bottom. I already put 2 extra coats of clear on it, or 3 extra coats of clear. And the weight didn't really come up, so wonder if we're going to see Billy at the Nats this year. Well, I better start wiping these down better when I bring them home. Well, I'm not going to start rubbing on this one because I've got to paint this rudder yet. So we'll just let this dry some more. Really could use 3 more coats of clear. Yeah. Well, you know who that is? Because I'll buy it before it gets there. I'll bring a pile of money. Let's put this one back on the wall. Let's pull the tucker up and get it wiped off and it ready to go. It hasn't been away from its perch since last year. Well. And it's filthy. Sitting on the floor for a year, it got filthy. Props out of adjustment. I don't know how that happened. But we'll fix that right now. Hey, Jim. I'm just tinkering tonight. I'm getting my stuff ready for the season. Actually getting it ready for this weekend. Boy, the dirt is ridiculous. Let's change this prop setting right now. What I ought to do is paint my plastic spinner and put that on here. Let's see, where is it at? Yeah. Probably put it in the box or something. Has this got an extension on it? Yeah, prop extension on this one. That's a 3, that's a 3. Here it is. These are the spinners that I made. It's a direct replacement for that. About a tenth of the weight. This weighs 3 grams and that weighs an ounce or so. Okay, let's remove that prop. Yep, it turned. It's a turning. Yeah, I hope it's good too. I'm gonna bring out a couple airplanes. Bring out the Junar and the Continental. If I can't get them working right, I'll be flying this. This was flown in last year's Nats. We need a sandpaper washer on this to keep them from spinning. It's a spinning. Actually, if I had a center punch, which I don't, I could just punch a couple of little spots on there and it wouldn't turn. Or I can do a sandpaper washer. In case you guys don't know that, when these things spin or turn, you just put a sandpaper washer on it. It'll stop it from turning. I don't know, a lot of guys know that, but some don't. Whatever. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because it's so close to the crankshaft that a few grains that it's out would never know the difference. So I just cut a little circle like that. There we go. However, it can't be sticking down like that. I don't know if you guys remember this or not. Let me tell you the type of nonsense that's going on in the world right now. Shoot, I got a washer right there. February, I got a piece of metal in my eye again. And went to urgent care and paid for that visit $130 after the visit. Paid in full. Got the paid with my credit card. Got a receipt. yesterday, I get a text saying that I'm 90 days past due of $65. So today, I got my receipt, and I called up, and I said to the lady billing department, I said, hey, what is this $65 for? It says on your website, there's never an office charge. It's only, one-time charge. She said, well, I said, I paid in full. She said, well, they made a mistake on the price. I said, well, that ain't my fault. She said, you're right. And took that $65 charge off. But how many guys get that text and just say, oh, well, we'll just pay it? I bet a lot. So everybody's ripping everybody off. Because I thought $130 for 15 minutes work without doing anything, just looking at it, was too much. That'd be more better. Yep, I thought that was ridiculous. All right, Tucker's ready to go for the season. Normally, it's pretty crappy looking under here. Normally, I change the glow plug every year. I got all my chargers charged up. I also put a new set of lines on every airplane every year. Except I didn't fly that much, so probably don't need it. Oh, we got some crappy dirt on this thing. Get the Windex out. I wonder what this one weighs. I think it weighs 62. $62, I think, is what this one weighs. Let's weigh them all up, see what they weigh. I'm going to have to take this one apart and rub the crap out of it to get all the dirt off of it. Hard to believe it caught that much dirt just sitting there for a year. Okay, I'm gonna weigh all the airplanes up, and I know which one's the lightest, but I need to get a weight on all these. And we'll write it down on my table here. So we'll weigh the Tucker first, put it back, then weigh the Junar, and then weigh the Continental. I think this one is 62. That's what it feels like. $61.4. 61.4, so it lost a little weight. 61.4. Gassed off after a year. $61.4, and this one weighs $55.8. 55 3/4. 61.4 and 55 1/4, or 3/4. What the hell was that? Let me write this stuff down so I don't forget. 55 3/4. So this is coming back to where the weight is supposed to be. 55 3/4. Where is my pen? I know I had a pen here. There it is. 55 3/4. It's a Junar. And the Tucker was 61.4. And what's really going to blow you away is the Continental is lighter than that, I think. And it looks better. I'd sure like to make that Continental work. That's the one that I got my flag shirt I can wear and all that. I mean, got to be the coolest, man. Got to represent. The Continental weighs 60 1/4. So that's good. Continental 60 1/4. Now it's going up to 3.5. Oh well. 60 1/4 on this one. PA 75. That's a good weight for an airplane with a 75 in it. And the reason why the weight went down on this airplane is I changed the propeller out. That prop doesn't weigh anything. So that airplane may come around. It may surprise me. I mean, when I was out flying, you know, I put in 3 or 4 4-minute flights and was trying to ascertain, trying to get all the data compiled in my brain as quickly as possible to make the trim changes that I needed. You know, first I thought, well, hey Gary, first I thought, well, we'll add some tail weight to it. I don't want to add weight. So I got the lighter propeller, but now instead of having my handle spacing so wide, I can narrow it up so it's 1-to-1 and still get the turn. What that does for you, if you're running nose heavy, which that airplane is or was, I don't know about now, but if you're running nose heavy, it gives you better directional stability in the wind, but it's harder to turn in the wind. So you want to run a tail heavy airplane in the wind. Well, that depends on how light the airplane is. If it was 70 ounces and it was nose heavy, you'd hit the ground. But it's 60 ounces, which is fairly light for a 700 square inch 720 square inch wing. I think it's more than that, but so the first problem was I got to get the speed slowed down to 5.2 instead of running 4.9 because it was honking along. So the prop's been de-pitched to 4. I got a 15-inch propeller on it, wood, instead of that, it's 4.5 pitch. Instead of the 5-pitch 14-inch prop. That prop was de-pitched to 4. We did that last night. This prop here been de-pitched to 4. So this prop may work. But this is a little heavier, so I really don't want to use this one. I want to stay with the wood prop. This weighs the wood prop weighs about 3/4 of an ounce, and this one weighs over 1.25 ounces. So it took a 1/2 ounce just off in the propeller. And I like rev ups. If I need a little more drive, I got this prop, but I need to re-drill the center of this. And but this is a 15.6, so I'll probably have to whack this down to take a little drive off of it. Because if I was running a 6-pitch on that puppy, it'd have screwed me into the ground. Then of course I got the Bob McDonald prop. And this prop will probably work if I'm running 10% nitro instead of 15%. So this weekend I'm going to borrow some fuel from John. I got to bring my 5-gallon fuel can to the field on Tuesday and get 5 gallons of 5% made up. I'm going to have to empty my fuel can into gallon jugs. I guess I have to buy some gallons of water, pour the water out. Or bleach or something. I know. We got some paint cans at work. So I got that. I got this prop that I need to work on. I don't know what the pitch is on this one. This is one we made. One I made. I got a beautiful Dan Winship propeller, but I know that would screw me into the ground, that thing. And I really like these electric props. This is Zor prop. But that's the one that, this is the original to that prop, to this prop here. These are the same props. This is a carbon copy of this, but the hump's gone off of it. So I'll keep working with propellers and try to get them worked out. If I can make this work, I'll start selling these. But I won't sell nothing that don't work. So the final stats is the Junar is 55 3/4, the Continental is 60 1/4, and the Tucker is 61.4. We will. So it's 2 ounces lighter than when it was originally. The Junar. That's all tail weight too, I'm sure. Or behind the center of gravity. So we may have to tack some solder on it this weekend to make it work. I don't know. We shall see. But this bad boy here is the one I want to fly, but I want to make sure that I have some options that I don't want to be stranded. I'll take this one and the Junar to Brodax, and if I can't make them work by Brodax, it'll be the Tucker. And I'm just going to have to get out and practice it. Boy, I got all kind of goober all over this. So, I think that's going to do it for this evening, unless you guys want to see me sand out the bottom. I got to sand out the bottom and buff the bottom, same as I did the top. Well, it sure looks right. I just hope this prop works. PA75, just a big mama. Big mama. All right, that's going to do it for this evening. I thank you for watching. I didn't have a whole lot to do tonight. I'm just letting you in on my train of thought and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And hopefully this weekend we'll get some flights in. Is this camera even on? It hasn't showed up one time, I don't think. Oh, it did, yeah. All right. Fair winds, tight lines. Let's go, Brandon. See ya.